Hey folks, Mike Bazzine here, and welcome to Thursday Night V8 Supercars America's Week 6. We're at Barber Motorsports Park this week. Track that I don't typically have a lot of good results at. It's weird, because leading up to this, I was thinking about how I was going to do this intro, and it's like, this is a track that I never quite got a real comfortable feel with. I never feel like I've really gotten used to this place, got a good rhythm for it. But that was with the old car. This new car, I don't know. Something's different. Something's better. I finally feels like I kind of have the car planted in the track now. I haven't done anything to it since last week. But yeah, compared to how this car ran at Donington Park last week, worlds different. Yeah, it feels really planted in the track. It's not... I'd say my biggest problem with this track has always been just general pace, but I was in the Australian practice server leading into tonight, and I wasn't doing half bad. I think I was like 6th on the timesheets out of that group. I was running in 3rd or 4th for the longest time, and then all the fast guys showed up. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this could be, at the risk of jinxing it, this could be my breakthrough night at Barber Motorsports Park tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We got 26 cars here tonight, I think. 27. We did get a 27th car. I'm car number 19. Last week probably had a lot to do with that. So yeah, we'll see how we do in qualifying and where things end up in the race. I'm in 19th because I spun on my second lap. Got ambitious. Although it's weird because I might have a long run car, because that's in practice my lap times just kept getting faster and faster and faster. This car might be better on long runs, so we'll see. I might have to make a mental note to try and bring the tires in slowly, because I know this car's better than a 29 flat. In practice I was doing like mid to low 28s, so that would have put me up by the Paul Savonics, the Andrew Cohens, you know, right up around Roy Clark probably. But that second lap actually wasn't doing that much better, so I don't know if it would have come in later. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over. Half the field is on the grid.
First turn is a hard left into a long right, so I don't know if I'm happy about being on this side of the grid. Also, the sun could be a problem. It's really bad going into like the last corner complex on the track before the main straight here. And this is a late afternoon race, so it's only going to get worse. Right now, during qualifying, it was like in the sun visor, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we all go bombing in there and nobody can see where they're going. It was like that in practice, and the practice session had about an hour left in it.
Green. Car right. Still there, hold your line. Keep to the left. Still there. Still there. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. You got a slow car on the right. Right side. Keep to the left. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. You got a slow car on the right. Go left. 20 laps to go. Car stops on the right. Go left.
Fuck.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain. Thanks, Pete. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right. Thank you. Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Ah. Well, my strategy of waiting for the tires to come in isn't working. I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I had kind of a slow entrance behind Cam.
Okay, punch it.
Was that me? Or did you get on the gas too early?
Car right. Clear on the right. You're in the top 20. Nice work. Left side. Car stop on the left. Car on your left. Clear. Car right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear. inside. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear.
Oh shit. I'm gonna throw it away.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty. Car right. Clear on the right.
It's alright, thanks for the redress. Here we go again.
You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time. The leader's pitting now.
Thanks, Ben. That was a bit tricky.
go, this time by.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, Ben. Thanks, Ben. Sorry. Kill him, Ray. That was my big chance, Scotty, and I ran wide too. Oh, you'll probably get another go. Been a good clean battle, man. Thank you, Charles. Nice, Shano.
You got a slow car on the left. That car is a lap down. Five laps to go. The leader is coming up on you. They're not at fight. Car on your left. Clear. You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Car on your left. Clear. Left side, clear on the left. Thanks, Mike. Two more, let's go. White flag, one more lap to go. Right side, clear on the right. You have about 2 laps of fuel left. There's the flag, it's over. Better schedule some testing, we'll get them next time.
Good win time, well done mate. Well done guys. Whew, good racing guys, that was awesome. Good race Shane, well done mate. A great battle, Paul and Scotty, man, that was just thoroughly enjoyable. Yes, yeah, good stuff, Barry. They hit the fucking pit limiter when I was trying to thank that car for getting out of the way. Nah, well racing. Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, I nearly cleaned you up. I was like, oh, that's a big slide, but yeah, I didn't realise. Yeah, unlucky, bud. No, that was good, mate. Out of fuel anyway. The old tyres are a bit sketchy after pitting on lap 9.
Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Yeah, okay Shane, I'll try it.
You know what? Not bad. Could it have been better? Yes. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the heads up.
Started 19th, finished 19th. Yeah, so it wasn't as fast as I thought I might have been. It was one of those, I had a car to run with them, just not a car that could do anything. I could match pace with just about anybody out there, but that was about it. I couldn't really reel anybody in or initiate a pass or anything. But you know, honestly, I'm looking at it as compared to last week. It was so much better. Last week was just a disaster. So I think I needed this to a certain degree. Just put in a fairly solid, 28 laps. Yeah, and this is, for the longest time, this has been a weird track for me in that I'll make one mistake, um, and then I'll make the exact same mistake for like the next one, two, three laps in a row. Um, I did it a couple times, and what, turn two, the first long right-hander after the pit exit, um, where yeah, I just went in too deep and the front end of the car washed out, and it's like, oh shit, I hit that too hard. I come back the next lap, do the exact same thing. I did that like three times in a row. Um, when who was it? I think when Cam got past me, um, I jumped the chicane at the end of the infield, and that was a thing where yeah, I'm sure you can look at the telemetry and it's glaringly obvious what's wrong, but in my mind, I'm hitting the corner the exact same every single lap. That's what you try to do as a race car driver, is you try to be consistent. Um, but yeah, the front end of the car just would not stick, and it would not make that initial turn into the chicane. And it would just slide out wide, and I'd end up straightlining the thing. And I think I did that like three times over the course of the night. I know I did it twice in a row, and I think that's what got Cam past me. Yeah, it's something really bizarre about this track where it's like I just cannot fix myself after I make a mistake. Um, I know there was one time, actually that might have been when I jumped the chicane twice. There was a car stopped on the side of the track. It didn't look like they wrecked. I got a report that there was a car stopped ahead, and I saw the guy off on the right side of the road, and he was just parked and sitting there. And I think in trying to figure out what he was doing, I missed my braking mark, and that's when I launched through the chicane. Yeah, I think the one time that I launched the chicane, the one time by itself, I think that's when Cam got me. And then later on in the race, yeah, that just having that car there just threw off my rhythm. Just dude had to be fair, I'm not putting blame on the guy. I'm just saying his car being there and stopped caught my eye in a way that it kind of took me out of my mindset, and that just screwed me up. And then I came back around the second lap and did the exact same thing for no reason whatsoever. Just I don't know, it's something weird about this place. I think like three times over the course of the race, I thought that the sun went down, and then I'd come around on a random lap, and here it is right in my face. So that was fun. Yeah, it kept going like behind clouds or like behind trees or something on that hillside outside of the track, and for like 6, 7 laps in a row, you'd go through there and it was fine, and then you'd come around on that eighth lap and you just get blown away. I thought on like lap 9 or something. I think that was the first time it came back. I'm getting ready for a pit stop. I'm thinking the sun is long down by now, and I come around that corner and I just got dazzled, and just I don't know what this looks like in replay, but when you're concentrating on the track, just the way that the light reflects off of the track with the new lightings, the new graphics and shaders that they got for the game now. On top of the fact that I'm colorblind might have something to do with it. I would go into that turn when the sun was really low and shining like that, and even after I came out of the sun glare and looked, I couldn't see the edge of the track. The sun would go back up behind the sun visor of the car, and it would look like it was asphalt clear out, from where I was all the way out into the trees. And I had to really look for the white line on the track to even get some idea of where I was. Yeah, I'd come over that hill and come down, and I would lose like all reference to what side of the track I was on. There is a wall on the right that kind of helped, but you're not really looking that way. And everything on the left side of the track just looked like an open field. So yeah, that kind of screwed me up a few times. Yeah, and the one real incident that I had with Jason Finwins, that was so we don't really talk about this at all, but in real world supercars they basically have it's not even a rule, I don't think. It's more of like a standard where if you if you make contact with somebody and spin them out, if you immediately go, yep, that's my fault, you slow down and you let them back by, we call that a redress. It doesn't come up very often in the racing that I do. But it's a thing in real world supercars racing where, yeah, if you slow down and you redress the situation, you slow down, you let the guy by, you give him his spot back, and then you go back to racing. That's totally fine and legal. And Jason, to his credit, did that. I'm not going to assign him 100% blame in causing that. That was a deal where I knew he was there and I knew he was looking, but I didn't hear anything yet. And just as I had committed to making my entry point, my usual entry in apex to the corner, I heard car inside, and like a split second after that, that's when he got into me. So that was just kind of a racing deal. I have my spotter set kind of tight, I think. That might be a carryover from my circle track racing days. I should think about bumping that back out. But yeah, it didn't do any harm to the car. I got the thing turned around pretty quick. I didn't stall it. I got it back into first gear. I got it turned around pretty quickly. I don't think I got in anybody's way. And I got back going again, and there was Jason off on the side of the track waiting for me to go by. Yeah, and then I jumped the chicane again and gave it right back to him. Yeah, so it was a messy race. But yeah, again, compared to Donington Park last week, I will happily take tonight's run. With reservations, but yeah, this is a way better run than I had last week. It wasn't anything to write home about. Like I said, I had a car that could hang, but if I had any kind of inconvenience, I was never going to be able to make that time up. I don't know. It's a hard one to call. There again, could it have been cleaner? Could it have been better? Sure. Would I have finished any higher? I honestly don't know. I don't know what the gap was to Phil at the end. Boy, we might have been racing for that position. So I might have had a shot at 18th tonight with the car and the pace and the driving that I put on. If I just cleaned it up a little bit. I know for a fact Jason is faster than me. I'm not even sure what he was doing down by us. If he ran into issues on the start or early on in the race or what. Yeah, I think in hindsight, I think the best I could have hoped for tonight was to get past Phil for 18th. I think that's what a clean race would have got me. So that's what it is. I'll take it and go on to next week, and we'll see what that does. I don't actually know where we're racing next week, but I believe it's supposed to be a rain race. So we'll here. Let me just. We're in the post race. Give me a second. Ooh, Winton in the rain. That's going to be exciting. So yeah, that's going to be me tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Have a good one.